a shark bait.
That's a hell of an entrance, isn't it? Male ladybugs can spend up to 4 hours mating with a dead female before they realize something is not right. And I was with a live female once where a very similar thing happened. You ever had that experience?
That's longer than I've ever gone with a dead female.
Well, okay. Really?
Yeah, I don't last that long with dead females.
Like I say, mine was live, but she might as well have been fucking dead. Welcome. We're here at Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. That's number 98. Number 98. We're getting closer to 100, and I know you're all in anticipation of 100. Well, don't be, because we're not sure what the fuck we're going to do. But we'll come up with something.
If you're anticipating anything, be ready to be let down.
Which you probably are just about every week. So what the hell, you know? Why should 100 be any fucking different? But I do have a couple things here. Huckamuck and Megan. Oh my God. They're really getting at me. They're really getting at me. First of all, earlier in the week, Megan comes up with this shit that she's mistreated and she feels so bad. She's so fucking. First of all, she said something about racism. I didn't even know she was mixed. Did you?
No, I did no idea.
Me either. So it wasn't us two that fucking did it because we didn't know. We didn't even fucking know.
No.
And I even think Megan's good looking. I just fucking don't like her at all.
Right.
Okay. She's so mistreated. She signed a few years ago a Netflix deal worth $100 million.
Right.
She has some podcast thing through, I forget what it's through, but for $25 million.
Right.
The books they decided to write, who the fuck would want to read it?
Right.
That's between $1 and $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then they wouldn't even disclose how much money when they left, how much the fucking king gave them to live the rest of their damn lives.
Right.
So Megan, fuck you. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm being mistreated. Trade places with me, bitch. Yeah, I'll tell you that. By the way, we're a Category 5 podcast, if you can't tell.
That's
and
right.
we're not going to be downgraded. Not today, not ever. Okay.
That's right.
Now I'll get the Huckamuck fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not even done.
I have something on Megan if you want to keep on.
Yeah, fuck, let's go.
So I was reading a thing. Remember Rick Moranis?
Absolutely.
He was going to be cast for the one movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think that came up in my feed. The title of the article was "Other Hollywood Actors and Actresses to Leave the Spotlight." They had Meghan Markle on there as one of them. Like, when did she ever try to leave? She was like number 7 on the list. I'm like, no.
To leave the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never hear about her.
Rick Moranis, Meghan Markle. I'm like, how is that possible? Anyways, that was
That's just typical her.
Yeah.
Just typical her. And I even have, no, I'm not going to, I'm just going to do what I wrote.
Go ahead.
Because I even have more.
Go
Damn
ahead.
it. But anyway, Huckamuck fuck. He had this nice fucking charity in Africa. That because of his mother, who I didn't fucking like her either.
Wow.
Damn it. I never liked her. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon here either. I never liked her.
Okay.
But anyway, he disassociated himself from them. Didn't really give a lot of comments, but then I read I watched them last night. Watched the comments from the lady in charge of the charity.
Yeah.
She accused him of bullying, harassment, and a huge cover-up.
No.
Because he was screwing things up and he was blaming it all on her.
Yep.
So what a fucking couple this is.
There.
Huckamuck fucking Megan. Go away. Go back to England. Go back to Canada. Yeah. Go some fucking where. Because we're mistreating you so fucking bad. Okay, I'll get over that. Okay. I won't. That probably should have been an Argy Bargy, but I keep coming up with new Argy Bargies.
Oh man.
I have like a backlog of 7 right now. I swear to God, I do. We do have this will make me feel better. Right here, we have living legend
service dog.
Zelda. Yeah.
See, she knows you're upset.
Yeah. Right. My service dog now. He needs some service chickens, like that chick 2 weeks ago. Okay. I went to a seminar this week.
Hey-o.
And it was about Marylin Monroe.
Oh, that's a good one.
I was hoping, I don't know if you remember, some guy came on as Teddy Roosevelt, and he dressed like him and looked just like Teddy Roosevelt. I was hoping someone would do that with Marylin Monroe. That didn't happen.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, this chick, they start at noon.
Mm-hmm.
No, they start at 11. My bad. They start at 11. We're all there. There wasn't a big crowd this time. I told you 160 last week for the Great Fire of Pittsburgh of 1845. When that guy
one person died.
Yeah, and the guy didn't go looking for his family. Remember? I'm having to use that one because this one wasn't as good. The presenter, they came up and said she's going to be 20, 25 minutes late. And then they told us why. She came from South Hills. First of all, she hit traffic. If you're from Pittsburgh or have ever been here, if you're from South Hills, you're going to hit fucking traffic. There's no way around it. That's just part of it. Yeah. So she hit traffic, but then she went to the wrong place. Now, two things about this. I've seen this woman before, and I only go to the one place. Yeah. So she knows where it is. Number two, the place I go is called UPMC something. Yeah. The place she went was Rebecca Residence. She's been there before. It's a different name. Oh, no. She's worse than the couple last week that couldn't find their car because they had the wrong make and color. So anyway, she comes in. She didn't really tell us too much new about Marylin Monroe. We all know she's smarter than people thought that she was. She was a fucking whore. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. And she took some drugs here and there. You know, what the hell? Yeah, so we all knew that. Okay. But what this lady did was darken the room and show film clips. Well, my grandson's been with me this week. I have a sleep deficit. Yeah. I fell asleep probably 15 times during this thing. And okay, I think they were all instantaneous. And you all know that. You know how this works. You fall asleep and you think, okay, that was only a second. But you're not really sure. When I got in my car at the end of the thing, it was a lot later than I thought. I might have snoozed off. Oh, no. I don't know. See, I sit in the front row, so there's no one in front of me. Yeah. And I don't know that I didn't sleep for a lot longer than a fucking minute or a second.
What do they call it? Micro naps? Is that the word?
Well, I had 15 of them, but I think maybe I had 14 of them and one real one.
Yeah, real legit nap.
Anyway. Welcome to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. I've already mentioned, but I got to keep mentioning this because, okay, there's people that are some of this, some of that. Yeah, we're kind of different this way. We're the only fucking Category 5 podcast in the universe. And find another one. You can't. And I mentioned last week, we're not going to be downgraded. You know, some storms are downgraded. Hurricanes. Oh, Category 5, then Category 2, then, major storm. Fuck that. We're Category 5 all the time. All the time. But we have a website. We have www.pghdivebartalk.com, just like it says right there. And the website is rated G. We're not rated G, as Google Ads was nice enough to tell us last week.
They let us know, yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't watch last week, Tiny tried to advertise on there, and they flat out gave you no, right? Because of shocking content and
advertising
alcohol information. Yeah. What the fuck? But anyway, go to our website. The main thing we got going on is the pick 3 feel good songs, and I think this is a good one because Jane, our website woman, she puts them up for 2 days at a time.
Right.
And then every time you go to our website and you're feeling a little low, you go and you just hit the button and a feel good song will come on. Although she didn't like your song. Tiny picked us 5 songs instead of 3, and wrote a paragraph this big that you can read. She put them on for some damn reason.
On there too.
I'm pretty sure she did. I'm pretty sure.
Awesome.
But she didn't like that first song. No. But most of them are feel good songs, make you feel good. You're feeling a little low down. You know, it's some things aren't going so well that day, just go to our website and hit that button
Mhm.
and hear that. Now, we also got, we're getting toward the end of our treat, which treat you'd like to have. And there's a list of, I don't know how, 8 or 9 or something. And you put which one you want to do, and we're going to announce it and then not give anything to anybody. How about that? Isn't that just what you wanted? And in our next segment, we're going to have Dear Tiny. You can go to the website right there, and it can be relationship, but it can be just life things, because he's done it all here, and he'll give you advice about what you should do in that situation. So feel free to write in. And I just want you to know, we're also 720 pounds of podcast proclivity. We're 55 years of marriage with no divorce. And that's almost got to be 56 by now, doesn't it? When's your anniversary?
We got one next month.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, mine's coming up too.
21.
Actually, ours is next month.
Yeah.
So next month we're going to be able to say 57. How about that? Huh? So you need advice on that, we'll let you know. We are the hardest working podcast in 4 states, and you already knew that. But if you haven't watched lately, now we're the hardest working podcast in 4 states and Suriname. No one in Suriname outworks Tiny and I.
That's a good get for us, I think.
I think so too. Yeah,
that's a good one.
I have a feeling things are going to spread through South America for us because of that.
Maybe we get somebody in M13 to pay attention and get spread it in their gang or something. Get them to watch.
Hopefully, because I always thought we should be popular in prisons.
Absolutely,
we haven't really gone as harder than that as I thought, but they have time. We're not that fucking bad. Come on. And we also, just to remind you, we are the patron podcast of the Church of Laughter, which is right now in the Czech Republic, but it might spread too. It might go down to Suriname or maybe even Paraguay. Yeah. Who knows? Women that do twat thrusts in the gym. We support them, and we support Hong Kong husbands because they're under a lot of pressure.
That's got to be stressful.
What happened to them? That's right.
They're allowed to.
They get beat to death by the woman with their hands, right? Yeah.
They get caught cheating.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's pressure. You think you're under pressure? Yeah. If you're a Hong Kong husband, that's a lot worse.
No doubt.
Okay, I got a little numerology.
Here we go.
But I told you we're on number 98, so pickings are getting slim.
Yeah.
All right, I have two people that are 98 years old that maybe you'll know. You'll know one of the two, I think.
Okay.
You're going to know the first one. Mel Brooks.
Of course.
Mel Brooks, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles.
Oh, you name it.
Spaceballs. Yeah, he's done a lot of good movies. He's still cranking. Still cranking. Awesome. And, I read an interview with him recently, and he's still pretty funny. Still has a sense of humor.
That's good.
And, okay, I'm going to guess you will not know this woman, Lee Grant. And you shouldn't. She's 98.
Yeah,
so she wasn't real big when you were growing up, but she starred in Peyton Place and a movie called Shampoo. She was a good-looking woman. I used to really like her back in the day, but I don't know what Lee looks like right now at 98. But she's hanging in there. That's the important thing. She's hanging in there. Now, this I didn't think would go downhill, and this might be because of me.
Uh-oh.
When I looked at people born in 1998, I should still, but I don't really know many of the people.
Uh-oh.
But when the website I go to, they list 48 people in popularity, but by website hits, or web hits, and so a lot of the people are TikTok influencers and YouTube, whatever the fuck, and I don't know them. But here's 4 people. And obviously,
are these the top 4?
No, because like the top 6 were all bullshit that I had no fucking clue.
Good.
But Jalen Hurts,
and
Jayson Tatum were born in 98. I know you know those two. Jaden Smith, I think he's Will Smith and that chick's.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And Shawn Mendes, do you know him? I think he's a singer.
I feel like I should know that.
Yeah, I felt like too, because he was high up actually.
Okay.
So I thought I better throw him in, but I heard of him, but I really don't know him. But that's We're not supposed to know everything. This is a variety show, damn it. We're not, we don't do it.
They're not chicks either. That's help.
True. It doesn't help at all. It doesn't help at all because next week, Would You Rather, going to be 2 chicks from last week.
Right.
It's going to be.
Oh boy!
Damn it!
Why'd you do that?
It's going to be one of the Jenners against shit. Well, you stay tuned. That's a tease. That's what that is. That's a tease. Yeah, some good-looking chick that I saw in a commercial.
Right.
But she was listed on the thing. It's going to be good. You just take my word. Okay, and even in sports now, number 98.
I got 2. There's only one.
All right, who you got?
Well, the one that I don't know why I remember, Jesse Armstead wore number 98. He played he was a linebacker for the Giants, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember him.
No idea why I remember that one.
And who else?
Of course, Big Snack, Casey Hampton.
Casey Hampton was my number 1 person I put there. And the Goose, Tony Saragusa.
I forgot about it.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, the Goose was wearing number 98.
Awesome.
And now I think you'll know him. You know Jayson Collins?
Is he one of the guys, twin brother guys?
I think so.
Yeah,
he must have wore it. He was listed down lower, but I think he was a twin.
He's one of those guys that just lasts in the league forever, and you never really he's like having like a Plumlee. There's like 3 Plumlees still in the league. How the hell are you still playing?
You're right. Okay, and one other thing. Well, 2 other things about the number 98. I bet you didn't know this. It is a Wedderburn Etherington number.
Right.
You knew that, didn't you? And okay, last week, 1097, police was I've arrived at the scene,
right?
Which is longer than just saying I'm fucking here,
right?
Now 1098 means assignment completed.
Oh,
how about that?
I like that.
Yeah, 1098. And that
maybe we sign off with that. Now.
Okay, 1098. I'm signing off this segment, but you stay tuned because Dear Tiny's coming back.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out.
We have told you this many times, but if you could only be here between between segments, because we don't edit, between segments, you would see a whole new world here at the cathedral. But I can't even describe what goes on most of the time.
It should only be a simple thing as dropping a kid off from school. Why is it a complete debacle?
And I can sit here with a big smile on my face saying it's all his fucking family because we do this all at his place. There is some shit that goes on here. So you should even appreciate us more, damn it, because it's not easy.
But anyway, power through.
That's right. We are because we're going to bring it to you, the home viewer, because we're fucking category 5. But now we get a little softer because this is Dear Tiny. And in Dear Tiny, and I hope that's right. I didn't give you these, did I? And I don't have any answers. So,
oh boy, here we go.
I hope you have some good ones. This might be a quick segment.
Yeah.
Okay. Dear Tinies, we get letters from, home viewers about anything. All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. This first one's from Lawrenceville Larry.
I know him.
Yeah. Lawrenceville Larry said, Dear Tiny, my parents have been on my ass about my lifestyle and my unemployment. I happen to be between jobs, and admittedly, I play video games and smoke weed most of the day while living in their basement. After all, a guy needs a chance to relax. I'm 49 and I'm fed up. What the fuck is the matter with my mom and dad?
Listen, I know I'm very familiar with Lawrenceville. I spent almost 10 years working right in downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, Sully. We were down.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, there are plenty. If there's anything in Lawrenceville, there's a lot of dive bar type places that would really suit us well.
Okay.
That I think.
Well, what about Lawrenceville Larry?
I think he could find something in one of those. There's even the ones that have all the rainbows out identifying things in the front. I'm sure somebody could get him a job there if he needed to get something going.
I'm not sure Lawrenceville Larry really wants it.
You don't think he's ready to work?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, maybe there'd be like one of those. Maybe he could lead the charge to get like one of those arcade bar places where you can play video games all day. That seems something he could do.
There you go. I'm just going to feed off of Tiny because I told you I didn't have any answers. Larry, be a trendsetter. Go get him there in Lawrenceville. Okay.
I don't think he's much of a go-getter. By
doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it. Okay, I got one more letter for you.
Uh-oh.
This is from Freeport Freddy. Okay. Freeport Freddy says, Dear Tiny, when my friend Floyd Lawson doesn't like a woman, he often says, I wouldn't fuck her with your dick. Now, Tiny, I'm afraid. What if he likes a woman? Can he do that with my dick?
I don't know. Maybe.
Freeport Freddy wanted to know that. Yeah, I guess he hadn't been around the block too often.
I get, listen, I have a hard time believing that Freeport Freddy's standards are much higher than yours.
Yeah, but what about Floyd Lawson?
Or Floyd Lawson. Maybe if he was from Glassport, maybe I'd trust him a little more.
That would be Glassport Glenn. Okay, I guess. Freddie, you're on your own. I think that's what we're saying, right? Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I kind of put Tiny on the spot because I thought I gave him those letters, but I didn't. But Freeport Freddie, you write again if things don't work out, and we'll get back to you. How about that? Okay, don't touch that dial because Tiny and I think you have a story, don't you?
I do.
Okay, this is called Dive Bar Talk, and amazingly, it only took us to episode 94, 95, 96, something around there, to start giving some dive bar stories. And we each got a dive bar story for you. I don't know his, and he doesn't know mine. Stay in touch.
All right, Dive Bar Talk's your song. We're doing another take. Let's try it out.
More shit between segments, but we power through, don't we?
Somehow.
We should get a live audience here because then they would see what we fucking have to do.
I agree.
Here.
Yes.
We may need to change a venue.
I think it's in order.
Okay. All right. I told you before we are going to tell a dive bar story. We waited a year and a half. No, about 2 years to tell dive bar stories, and now we're telling some. How about that? And if you have a dive bar story, you tell it to yourself, and then that'll be fun too. But anyway, we each got a dive bar story, and I don't know his, so I'm ready and willing to hear, and so are you, right? Okay, tell us a story, Tiny.
This one, it made the list on my when we made it there. It's called Our Gang's Lounge.
And where is Our Gang's Lounge?
It's beautiful downtown Sharon.
Is it still open?
It is one of the few still open. Our Gang. It's right on Sharpsville Avenue by the library. And why this one was significant for me was when I worked in college, I worked at the mill, Sharon Tube, which isn't there anymore. At least that part of it isn't.
That's probably because you worked there.
Well, it took me a couple summers to get in. I didn't get in right away. I was like on a waiting list, and I had you
had to work hard at that place, didn't you?
It was it was hot work.
I was gonna say, that doesn't sound like that much fun.
Yeah.
Would you work there in the summers?
It was in the summers. I worked weekends and holidays and stuff too. But yeah, it was some pretty. Now it wasn't the hot mill where you took like liquid metal and made it into pipe. Where I worked in what they called cold draw, but you still had to work with pipe, and it was gross. And they were always dipping it. So they take pipe, they dip it in soap, and they stretch it to different lengths, and it's just it's gross and hot, and you're loading trucks when it's 2 a.m. and it's still 80 degrees outside. And
sounds like something I wouldn't want to fucking
do. And it was shift work, and that's why Our Gangs is important. It was shift work. They did a couple different things for college students, whether you worked the 3 8-hour shifts, or they also did a thing with 12-hour shifts. You worked 4 12s, and the hours were 8 to 8.
All right.
And so why that's important is that when you get off work at 8 a.m, there was only one bar open at 8 a.m, and it was Our Gang's Lounge. And that was very important because, you get off. I mean, look, 12 hours doesn't seem like it, but it really is a weird schedule to work. And so it was hard for me to just go to sleep right away. So I'd go and we'd have, and most of the shift guys would go, whether they were college helpers just to work in the shift. And what was best about it was, the first 2 years, I wasn't even 21 yet. Not one time did I ever get carded. They didn't give a shit. It's like, oh, you work at the mill, whatever.
Yeah.
I had a tab there at one point. I mean,
Really?
oh yeah, they didn't care about anything.
Oh wow, you can do a tab.
Oh yeah, you did a tab because they knew when everybody's payday was and everything.
Okay.
So they didn't give a shit.
Okay.
Like you just go and whatever. So that's what made it important was that you could go there after working weird shifts, and they'd always and they, I don't want to say they took care of us, but they knew who the Sharon Tube guys were, and it was just nice to go sit there. And again, I don't want to say we got hammered drunk every time because we really didn't. It was just enough to you have 3 and maybe 1 for the road kind of thing.
And then you go home at what, like 10 and go to sleep?
Sleep. That was all. And then you woke up and went and did it again.
Okay. Yeah, you probably didn't wake up and have activities and shit, right?
Not at all.
Okay.
I wasn't alive to the world till that 5th day.
Okay.
And even then it was kind of like a day lag before you get caught up.
Okay, well, mine as a, I don't know, kind of the same, not quite, because I never fucking work in a place like that. But anyway, mine is the Black Horse Tavern.
Ooh.
Black Horse is an unincorporated area between Kent, Ohio, and Ravenna, Ohio.
Oh,
and so it's really not real. It's one of those places that has a name but doesn't really have a government, or it's kind of, for those of you that, like Gibsonia and Valencia, they're all the same kind of thing like that.
That makes sense.
Wexford actually is that too.
Sure.
Anyway, so it's I'm in college, and I'm in this class with these 2 babes.
Nice.
And they weren't bad either. And we were allowed to do a paper in a group. And the paper was due at like 9 o'clock the next morning. And of course, we waited till the last night.
Of course.
And it was Friday morning it was due. And it was Thursday night. And believe it or not, I worked. I actually didn't work like you did, but I ran intramurals. And I didn't get out till 12:30 at night.
Yeah.
So because intramural basketball went on. So I get out and I go over to this. I told the 2 chicks, okay, we'll pull an all-nighter. We'll get this thing done. And then I had a woman that worked in the intramural office. None of the 3 of us knew how to type. So
who put this group together?
Exactly. Exactly. So I went over there and we put our nose to the grindstone. But who knew? We would get done early.
Oh, Jesus. So I'm starting on a project that night.
Yeah, but we I guess the project wasn't as tough as we thought. We went from like 12:30 to 4:30. Okay. We did work hard there.
I'm sure.
But now we're kind of done.
Nice.
But we 4:30 seemed like a little to go to sleep, and then I have to be there at 8 a.m. to have the girl type, the secretary type our thing for us, so I can turn it at 9.
Mm-hmm.
So we're done at 4:30, and we decided we want some beer. We had a couple while we were doing it, but we needed some more beer.
Mm-hmm.
But what's open at 4 a.m.?
Right.
4:30 a.m.
Right.
Me and this one chick, hot babe, by the way. Yeah, I was fucking lucky this night. I didn't get lucky that night. Oh, later on I did. Not in this story. Not in this story. Maybe that'll be another one. But anyway, we didn't know what to do. We're driving around. We can't find any place. We go to a fraternity house. We knew it would be open. We went in there and we went through every refrigerator. No beer. So we just start driving toward Ravenna. We didn't fucking have any clue. And like I said, Black Horse is this imaginary place in between. And we find the Black Horse Tavern. Now, it was about 5:10 a.m. 5:10 a.m. Not quite yet. But we saw a light on. So it was upstairs, though.
Yeah.
We go in, and it's not open. So we knock. And now we weren't bad people. We felt bad afterward.
Yeah, right.
We knock, and a guy answered. And we said, we were sincere. We said, we're sorry. He said, no, I have to open up at 5:30 because of there was a meal there too that he opened up for. He said, so come on in.
They're early. That's awesome.
So from 5:10 to 5:30, we had a couple, and then the mill people started coming in, so we got beer to go.
How about that?
So we take it back. Then it's me and the chick I went with, and then we took it back to the other chick who was waiting on us all this
Where the
time.
fuck were you guys?
Yeah, and we got pretty fucked up. Now it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. I go on campus and I hand the paper to the girl, the secretary, and she's just laughing her ass off at me. She said, "It'll take me, I'll be done in about 45 minutes. I go to the student union and I'm just a fucking mess, as you can imagine. and I saw someone that I said, "Yeah, I got to go to class." He said, "I'll turn the paper in for you. Just hand it to me and get the fuck out of here." Luckily, he did it for me,
Really?
and it all turned out okay.
Wow.
But it's all because of the Black Horse Tavern that is not there anymore.
Yeah,
and I read it was a historic place because it used to be like the last place for stagecoaches to stop. The place opened in like 1810, and then I looked it up, and a guy and his wife had reopened it, and I think his name was Frank. Frank Platts, I think his name was, and he's the one that let us in, and we had a good time there at the Black Horse Tavern. And every time, and I drive by there fairly often now.
There last weekend.
Yeah, okay, and I drive by there, and I think, wow, the Black Horse Tavern.
It's kind of interesting. We didn't plan this, but there is that connection with the mill thing. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's stupid, but
it is.
You know.
Real stupid, isn't it? But what the hell? We didn't plan it. We had no production meetings. I guarantee. I know it's hard to tell. We'll be back with Transylvanian Brain Freeze.
Transylvania Brain Freeze.
As you just heard, it's time for Transylvanian Brain Freeze. I can't say it as scary as that guy just said it.
Right.
I have 4 today.
Oh.
4 today. So you're up for 4 real facts that will brain freeze you if you're in Transylvania.
Mm-hmm.
The first person ever to go over Niagara Falls was Annie Taylor.
Ooh.
She was a school teacher who had fallen on hard times. This happened in 1901. She made herself a padded barrel and thought the stunt could make her some money. I'm not sure. It didn't say.
She gonna post that on Twitter?
How do you make money in 1901? Yeah, how do you make money by going over to fucking? Did she like bet some people?
Right.
I don't
advertise that. Like, I mean,
I don't know.
Coming to you from
exactly. Although she survived, Annie had this to say: "I would sooner walk up to the mouth of a cannon, knowing it was going to blow me to pieces, than make another trip over the falls." So, whatever padding she put in there apparently wasn't enough. Was enough to survive, but if she'd rather do that.
I wonder how many people have survived it.
And I know there's been other ones, obviously.
Yeah.
I didn't go through all that, but damn, it just.
And listen, I know this is going to piss a lot of people off, including your wife, but how hard can a teacher's life be to want to fucking
I agree.
take the Niagara Falls?
No. In 1901, I don't think they were getting paid what they are now.
Okay.
Yeah, now don't be giving that shit, teachers. You're getting paid plenty. I'm even reaping the benefits of it. But
that's right.
Damn. But that's why I pay so much taxes. Go back to another fucking episode. Okay. This is a short one here. A religious painting bearing the commandment, "Thou shalt not steal," was stolen from a church in England.
I love it.
Church warden Basil Harwood. There's a name, isn't it? Basil Harwood. Maybe we could be patron podcast for Basil Harwood.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
And what's a church warden? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyway, church warden Basil Harwood said, "Obviously, it doesn't make you feel good." Sorry, man. Basil.
That's pretty low, though. To take
I used to be an amateur thief, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That just seems like you're playing with fucking fire.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. This next one. Okay, let's see what we had. We've had Niagara Falls and England. Now, this one's from Hawaii. See, we go around the globe. That's why we're Category 5.
right.
Around the globe. You're not just getting shit from around here.
Yeah.
We're not, because we're Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, people think we're just local. No, fuck no.
Maybe it's the name. Maybe Transylvania. They think it's all news from Transylvania.
Maybe. Okay, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna have to put out a memo. See, let us know if you get it. Okay. In Hawaii, the first known photos were taken of 2 humpback whales having sex. This was just like a week ago.
Better have a wide lens.
Real wide.
For that 9-foot dong or whatever they have. Remember?
Well, there's more here. Both of them were males. Marine biologist Stephanie Stack said, "It's not what we were expecting." So yeah, you're right. They do have those big dongs, and oh boy, the frivolity there, huh? Damn, maybe I should have ended with that one, huh? Yeah, okay. I got one more, but it's not going to be as good as 2 gay humpback whales humping each other. Okay. Jayson Gilder. Yeah, he's 32 from Orlando. He bolted out the door of a Tiffany's jewelry store with $770,000 worth of diamonds.
Wow.
But I mean, I think they just said like a few earrings and some other shit. It wasn't like
run like
yeah,
that.
no, exactly. But he ran out and police stopped him on the highway. Jayson swallowed them.
I mean, that's.
But yeah, you're right. But then the body scan showed the foreign objects, so they knew he was guilty. Jayson Gilder regrettably admitted, "I should have just thrown them out the window."
Oh, jeez. You dumbass.
Exactly. Number one, do you really think you're going to get away with that and swallow them?
Right.
Come on, Jayson.
Yeah.
Go fuck a humpback whale. Then you're doing something. Okay. That is Transylvanian Brain Freeze, and we'll be back with the movie game.
Dive Bar Show, I just
Welcome back, Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. Now you got the movie game. What we do in the movie game is, and we're going to have some changes here pretty soon.
That's right.
Pretty soon.
Tease this.
But that's a tease. Tease. For right now, I'm giving you characters, 6 characters, and then I've added 2 actors, and then you try to guess. Tiny tries to guess. You try to guess. Now, Tiny, he has it tougher because I'm giving it to him. He's never heard it before. You can pause. Now, that's fine to do that, but when you pause...
don't cheat.
No, don't cheat. Don't cheat, you dumb fuck. Why would you cheat? We're not giving you anything.
Right.
Yeah. You cheat when it helps you, not when it doesn't.
Don't cheat in Hong Kong, though.
No. You get... That's why we're the patron podcast. We feel bad for those Hong Kong husbands. Boom, boom, boom. To death. Too. Yeah. And you're wondering why we're Category 5. Who else gives you... That's shocking content. No wonder Google wouldn't fucking let us... maybe that's why. Maybe that's right there. That's kind of... Damn Hong Kong. Yeah. Fuck us from being able to advertise on Google. Isn't that some shit? Okay. All right. Now you ready here? Now we're moving. Mm-hmm. This is the movie game. He guesses the movie, and you do too, and the year it came out. Okay. Boy.
Oh no.
God, I did this a couple days ago. We'll see if any of you can get it off the first 4.
Oh boy.
Gus. Anyone have it yet?
Gus Macker.
Doobie. Gus and Doobie. Marty. And State Trooper. Oh, and believe it, I don't try to get the most obscure ones. These were in the top 6. Gus, Doobie, Marty, State Trooper.
Oh,
Okay, now
man.
some of you will get it off these next two. You won't.
Okay.
But you've seen this.
All right.
Neil Page and Dale Griffith. So we got Gus, Doobie, Marty, State Trooper, Neil Page, Dale Griffith. If you've seen it recently, you probably might have it off those last two.
Wow.
I'm going to guess you don't.
I do not.
Okay. Here are the two actors that I'm going to give you. Steve Martin and John Candy.
Oh.
And they're Neil Page and Dale Griffith, by the way.
Is this Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
How about that? Tiny gets it.
I have seen it.
I figured you had.
It's been a long time,
I
but I've
figured
seen
that.
it.
What year do you think that came out? What year do you think it came out?
1988.
87.
Fuck.
Once again, I was gonna give you credit when you got within one, but you're the one that said you didn't want credit, so you get none. But that's a good guess. Planes, Trains, Automobiles came out in 1987.
I think what it is I grew up in the sticks, and we were always behind the times, and there was like a lag. You know,
by the time it got to
it was out for 6 months, and the year changed over.
That's possible.
Damn it!
This movie cost $15 million to make. Not by today's standards. That's peanuts.
Right.
And it made $50 million at the box office. I'm going to guess it made more than that later on.
Sure.
Three things about this movie. The car rental scene lasted exactly 60 seconds when Steve Martin was pissed off. 60 seconds. He used the word fuck 19 times.
He could compete with us.
Yeah, okay. Google ads. We're not that bad. I don't think we've ever used it 19 times. And although I might coming up on Argy Bargy because I am pissed about something. I am pissed. Like I said, I have a backlog. I had a whole thing written up, and now that's next week. Yeah, 19 times when he was pissed off about the car rental.
That's funny.
Originally, okay, what do you think about this? John Hughes, who directed, he wanted Tom Hanks and John Travolta. Hanks was shooting big, and executives said John Travolta was box office poison. Obviously, this was early.
Wow.
He didn't end up that way. What do you think if those two would have done it?
That would have been a interesting combo.
It would have.
I love the two that did it.
Yeah,
but that would have been another one to worth.
I think Hanks would have been good. Travolta as Candy, Candy played up pretty fucking well.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see
both. Yeah, I could too. Yeah, Travolta he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Okay. Hughes is known for his improvisation for getting genuine reactions in all his movies. So he privately instructed Dylan Baker, who played Marty or Doobie or Gus, I guess. When he met Steve Martin for the first time, to spit on his hand and shake his hand. And Steve Martin, I'm not saying he's a germaphobe, but he was so disgusted by it. He gave a disgusted look, and then they cut the scene, and he ran off to wash his hands, and he said the whole damn place broke out in laughter. And that's exactly what Hughes wanted.
That's
kind
awesome.
Reaction. Isn't it, though? Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, you like the movie,
of
right?
course.
I've never heard anyone that didn't like that movie.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Yep. If you haven't seen it, shame on you for 6 weeks.
That's right.
Yeah. Who said that? I think the Penguin announcer used to say that.
That's what I was going to say, too.
Yeah, okay. All right. Planes, Trains, Automobiles, 1987. We're coming back with the music game. Okay, welcome back. Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, number 98. Number 98, 2 away from 100, but we were just talking when we didn't know. We said some things that were right on number 97. You better go back and watch because that doesn't happen too often. That's right.
Usually the notes at the bottom are to correct what we fucked up. This just was confirming we were right for once.
And I couldn't read the notes because I watched the episode on my phone. I just assumed we were wrong because we always are.
Right.
How about that, huh? You're getting real shit from us.
Yeah.
Huh? That's why we're category 5.
That's right. We know what we're talking about.
That's right. Yeah. We're smart mofos. Okay. Now I got some bad news.
Oh, no.
Paul G.
I knew this was coming.
You know, when I picked the song, I had a feeling it was just between you guys' expertise, and I was correct.
Yeah.
So last week, Alice Cooper's "Be My Lover," which is my favorite Alice Cooper song. Neither of them got it right, so the streak is over.
Wow.
They fucked Joe DiMaggio, but the Golden State Warriors can feel pretty good. But you know what? Sometimes streaks end, and then sometimes streaks begin. And what we're doing, it's a circle of life.
Yeah,
is
right.
What was that in Wedding Crashers? he was fucking a chick at a wedding, then she was fucking a chick at a funeral. Yeah. Okay. Circle of life. So that's what we got here. So
wow.
I wasn't totally shocked, but yeah, it happens.
Yep.
It happens. So Paul G, I think you should get this one, but then again, you were never the damn expert that I thought you were gonna be. All right. The music game is I give Tiny and you can pause, but don't cheat. I give you lyrics. And I think there's a bird in this fucking cathedral. And what the fuck is that?
I don't know, but Zelda's on to it.
I hope Zelda kills the shit out of that. All right. Anyway, back to the music game.
Here we go.
I give you and Tiny the lyrics. You try to guess the name of the song, which is the main thing, and then the group or artist and the year it comes out. So, last week I gave a really nice rendition, and I still couldn't get it. But I think you're going to get this without me having to sing. And I wrote down 2 stanzas, but we'll see. I'll stop at one. All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
Standing in the rain with his head hung low, couldn't get a ticket. It was a sold-out show. Heard the roar of the crowd. He could picture the scene. Put his ear to the wall. Then, like a distant scream. Should I keep going?
Keep going. I'm thinking.
He heard one guitar just blew him away. He saw stars in his eyes. And the very next day, bought a beat-up 6-string in a secondhand store. Didn't know how to play it, but he knew for sure. Boy, you fucking blow it.
I have a guess, but I think I'm wrong.
Standing in the rain with his head hung low. Couldn't get a ticket. It was a sold-out show. Heard the roar of the crowd. He could picture the scene. Put his ear to the wall. Then like a distant scream. Heard one guitar. Just blew him away. He saw stars in his eyes.
I think I do know it. I think I'm right. I'm after losing the streak, I'm second guessing.
Yeah, you just needed my...
Is it Jukebox Hero?
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he just needed my melodious voice. That's all. I know it probably helped all of you, right? Yeah, okay. All right, then, okay, if you got Jukebox Hero, I know you know who sang it.
It's Foreigner.
Foreigner, okay. What year do you think this came out?
Man, and my uncle got me the greatest hits CD, and I keep thinking of that, but that came out like they released that in the 90s. I'm going to say 19... Oh, man, I really don't know. I'm going to say 1978, because I don't know.
1981.
Damn it.
1981. Not a horrible guess, not a great guess. So you went 3 for 5 today.
See?
Yeah, last
back
week.
in the bigs.
Okay, last week you went 1 for 5.
I'm back in the bigs.
Okay, 3 for 5. Okay, that's the music game. Now, okay. The streak starts again. 1. What'd you get? 63 last time?
Yeah.
Can, number 1. Can they get to 63 again, he and Paul G? And 2, can I live to number 63? It's going to be a challenge for all of us. Stay tuned. I got an Argy Bargy, and I got a pee.
Hey, give us some of that Argy. Giving it all to Jay. Give it some of that Argy.
Welcome back. I'm pissed off about something else, and I'm pissed about this. I had a different thing to talk about. I'm going to push that back to next week, which it's a legitimate thing. But I hate to make this about sports all the time because we're trying not to make this a sports thing. But goddamn, the Pittsburgh Pirates just fucking piss me off. Tiny, after the opening day, wrote a group text that we're in that he's done with them. He's done with them. And I said, I'm thinking to myself, it's a little early. But, god damn. Okay, first of all, I'm watching all these games, and they can't hit for shit. They can't hit for shit. And if you're not a baseball fan, stick with me anyway. The average salary, I don't know, is $10 million. And the Pirates are way below everybody else. They couldn't go out. I brought this up one other time. They couldn't go out and buy a goddamn guy that could hit the ball.
Right.
What they do, they bought a 37-year-old that was mediocre at best. They paid $4 million for him, and he sucks now.
Yeah.
And then the other guy I like, actually, for $1 million. Actually, he's a bargain, Frazier. But damn, I mean, he's past his prime.
Sure.
And that's what they did, even though they have this great pitching staff, or was a great pitching staff.
Sure.
But anyway, I could go on and on, but I'm not going to. The thing that I might be done too. Tuesday's game. We're recording this on a Thursday because tomorrow's opening day, and I've been to so many opening days in a row, and I don't think I'm going tomorrow.
Holy shit.
I haven't decided for sure yet, but I'm leaning toward not. We normally would have recorded tomorrow, but I am so pissed at them. Okay, Tuesday's game, they're playing the Marlins. The first thing that pissed me off when it got started, Shane Baz is the pitcher for the Marlins.
Yep.
And he shuts us the fuck out. And he was ours.
Yeah.
He was ours. We, in the worst trade in the history of baseball, maybe not the worst, but definitely in the top three, we gave 3 good players for a piece of shit player.
Right.
And that's not even lying, am I?
No, that was when they were pretending to contend, and they traded for that starter
Archer, who was over the hill, hadn't been good in 2 years,
right.
And we gave away 2 really good pitchers,
right.
and actually the player was good too.
The outfielder's
Meadows.
still in the league.
Is he still in?
I think he played
he
for
had
Detroit.
some mental shit.
He played for Detroit most recently. I don't know if he's still there.
And then Glasnow's in the damn Dodgers starting rotation,
right.
And Baz just kicked our fucking ass.
Right.
So okay, I'm already. But here's what I was the most pissed off about, and for baseball fans, I'm going to explain this. The Pirates have the best pitcher on the planet, and general thing these days is you pitch every 5 days,
right?
Every 5 days, which I think the Pirates got to start thinking outside of the box and make that every 4 days. When you grew up, it was, or maybe it wasn't when you grew up. Okay, when I grew up, it was every 4 days. Mm-hmm. But needless to say, okay, our great pitcher pitched the first game, and it was 5 days later on Tuesday, and he's not in the fucking lineup. Not in the line. And who do we have in there? A nice kid named Harrington. Yeah. 3 years ago, he was pitching for the Campbell University Fighting Camels. And I'm not making that up. Look it up. The Campbell University Fighting Camels. That's who we're throwing instead of the best pitcher in the planet. Why? Because we want to give him a little extra rest. Right. What the fuck? We need to win now. We suck. The only chance we have is when he fucking pitches. And why are we resting him? And then the next game, he pitched yesterday. Yeah. It was during the day. He got an extra 12 hours rest. What the fuck are they doing? And they're saving his arm for later. He's going to be a Dodger or a Yankee in fucking 4 years. We know that. Maybe 3 years. God damn. We want to win. We haven't won a damn series, a postseason series since 1979. Fuck. We have one good player and we don't fucking play him. I'm done. You want some shit to say?
Everything that's happening is it's management's plan coming to fruition. Everything they plan for, this is what they get.
What is management's plan? To piss me off? We're both former season ticket holders, by the way, and we're not now. And did you go to any games last year?
No.
I went to 3 and just got fucked up at all 3 of them. 2 of them I never even made it to my seat. There's a little bar in right field. You can't even see the damn thing, and that's what I do. Yeah. But fuck! Is that enough? That's my Argy Bargy. Welcome. This is Onions, Cootchie, and Cat Piss. Used to have a boring damn title of what was it? Hopscotch, etc.
Chili, etc.
Chili, etc.
Yeah.
Now it's onions, coochie, and cat piss. You can't turn away from onions, coochie, and cat piss, can you? But
Who would
anyway,
want to?
yeah, exactly. You can't. You can't. You try, but you can't. Probably about a lot of people just did. Anyway, and onions, coochie, and cat piss. What we do, we get a group of 7 women, and sorry, I had to burp.
Oof.
Well, we because I've been drinking a lot of beer actually
I see
today.
that.
Yeah, I hadn't really drank
Well, it
since the
didn't work.
last time. So
Mm.
yeah, you're not even drinking today.
I'm
right?
not,
Oh, because
no.
you're going to drive after this.
I do.
Right?
Yeah. We got practice.
Well, you're very responsible.
Of course.
That's a good thing.
Always.
See, we're being he's being responsible. I do not have to drive after this, so I'm going to drink my ass off. How about that? All right. What we do with these 7 women, we F, marry, we kill, or one of those 3, or we pour a bowl of chili on their head, or we play hopscotch with them. Nice activity. Or we go to Arby's with them and we have the beef and cheddar with the Arby's sauce. Could be a good time. Could get messy. That could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
We go up the St. Louis Arch. We get off the elevator, but then the elevator goes back down. They break. And it's just me or him and her and Willie Nelson. Weird thing, isn't it? Who the fuck knew?
Mhm.
We go to Afghanistan with a woman, and for 2 days we're in a crawl space. But then after, which could be really fun. But then after that, we have to get out of the fucking country. How are we going to do that? And the last one is to go to Centralia, Illinois, in a car with no air conditioning and no radio. So you really got to get to know that person pretty well. And what we do, okay, this is the story of the 7 Olivias, right?
Mhm.
Everyone's named Olivia here.
Yeah.
And those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, Tiny, I used to do it ourselves, but he found some, what's that called? Artificial intelligence that is way funnier than either of us. So he's bowed out and he just reads the artificial intelligence. And now I go first. I used to be like the big star thing that goes second, but no, artificial intelligence is funnier than me. So get ready to laugh, but not when I'm fucking doing it. Okay. So here we go. For me, the first one is Olivia Rodrigo.
Mm.
And I decided to take her to Centralia
Oh.
because she had a hit song called Driver's License.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I had to look this shit up too. I didn't really know her very well. And I figured she could help in the driving.
There you go.
Yeah, so right there.
Mhm.
I only have to drive.
Drink more of those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I almost grabbed an empty. Here, how's this?
See?
I'm drinking. Olivia's driving.
There you
All
go.
right. And maybe we'll stop for and have some fun. I think she's pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Okay. Olivia Wilde. She grew up rich. She's an activist for a lot of things. She got married on a bus. Who gets married on a fucking bus?
A bus?
A bus. That's what I
Ugh.
looked up. So you know
Yuck.
what? I'm fucking killing her.
Oh!
Oh, yeah. I don't always kill. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. She's fucking dead.
She's out.
Fuck her.
Wow.
Fuck her.
Wow.
Olivia Wilde. Yeah, I'm killing her. Okay. Olivia Munn.
Delish.
It's one of his favorites. So I even thought about, gee, but then I decided I'm pushing you out.
Mm.
I'm taking her to Afghanistan for a
Oh.
couple reasons. She's a black belt. Did you know that?
I did, actually.
Did you? So after we're done fooling around for 2 days, she's going to help me get the hell out of there. Some Afghanistan motherfucker comes to us. He's going to think he's going to fuck with me, and she's going to fucking kick him right in the side of his fucking temple. And then the other thing is she dated Aaron Rodgers for a while.
That's right.
He talks so much, I know she can be quiet. So while we're in that crawl space for 2 days, trying not to get found out,
Right.
she's going to be quiet while we, I know she can do that because I know Aaron Rodgers didn't let her fucking talk at all. Okay, Olivia Dunn.
Right.
Oh, wow. I decided to change. I didn't write it down, though. Okay. I was going to marry Olivia Dunn.
Okay.
But last week, she was in our thing last
She
week.
was.
She won 51-7.
Oof.
But you brought up some shit that you didn't like about her so much.
She just insists upon herself.
I love her, but then when you brought that up, I said, okay, maybe I don't want to marry her, but I'm effing her. I'm effing her. I mean, she looks as good as any woman in the world.
Agreed.
And that ass that you showed in that damn picture. Yeah. So I'm effing Olivia Dunn. Olivia Cook. Did you know who she was?
No clue.
Me neither. But I read that in one of her scenes for a movie, she shaved her head just for the scene. So I thought, I'm going up the St. Louis Arch with her. And Willie Nelson, and after I'm done with her, I think I'm going to do all these people. Maybe I'll even do Olivia Wilde before I kill her. I didn't really think
like the ladybug. And
yeah, exactly.
4 hours later.
Exactly. Who would know? Do you guys get that reference? If you didn't, damn, you got to fucking listen closer.
That's right.
Bitches. Olivia Cook, yeah. After the crazy shit goes on with us two, then she can hang out with Willie Nelson because I think they'll have a good time.
Sure.
Olivia Holt. This is another person. People. God damn. I have been drinking a lot.
Yes, you have.
Olivia Holt. I didn't know her. Did you?
No.
I still don't even fucking know her.
I don't think I do either.
Let's see. Okay, that's right. I'm taking her to Arby's.
Okay.
Just because I don't know. I don't know anything
really don't
about
know
her, and I'm gonna ask her what the fuck does she do. I think she sings and acts. I think she does both.
Okay.
I think she does both. But yeah, I'm sure she's a nice person. She's 27 years old. I did put the ages down of everybody.
I mean, she qualifies to be one of my girlfriends if that's her age.
Oh, what? Because she's between 7 and 91. So yeah, I'm sure Olivia's a good person, but I want to get to know her because unlike him, I'm not shallow. I want to get to know them before I nail the shit out of them in the parking lot of an Arby's. Have you ever fucked on a parking lot of an Arby's?
I haven't. Not in a parking lot, no. Not inside either.
I don't think I have either, but let me think about it a little more. Maybe I have. Who knows? Okay, and then the last one is Olivia Culpo. You didn't know her?
Nope.
Okay, she's married to Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, okay. I know him.
And she was Miss Universe.
Oh, hey now.
Miss fucking Universe.
Okay.
So originally I put down I was effing her, but then when you gave me the little dot about Livy Dunn, I'm marrying Miss fucking Universe. Wow. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. It's not even fucking close. Yeah, okay. She's obviously she's gorgeous.
I'm sure.
I think all these women are good looking, but you can't be Miss Universe and not be gorgeous. So
that's fair.
And she is, she is. So yeah, I'm marrying Olivia Culpo, and let's see what artificial intelligence is.
I was trying to pay attention if there's any duplicates here. I don't think there were.
But you don't pay that close attention.
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I was trying to listen to.
Well, okay, I'm going to keep drinking that.
Okay, the AI says this is the Olivia edition.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
Go ahead. Yep.
All right.
They're gonna. When I saw this, I said I'm running with it. I didn't change anything. I didn't do anything. It's just straight from that.
That's what you always do. You don't have any creativity. You have no creativity. None. Don't try to give us, this time.
I'm well rounded. I'm very well versed.
Just fucking go ahead.
Olivia edition. F. Olivia Munn.
Okay.
We're in agreement there. There's something about her that just screams, this is going to ruin your life and you'll be smiling the whole way down. She's got that hot but probably deranged vibe. And I, for one, welcome the destruction. The only thing stopping me from climbing her like a tree is gravity and the law.
Okay, so you would definitely agree with that one.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, okay.
They're marrying Olivia Wilde.
Really?
Look, she might be a walking controversy, but let's be real. If she can fumble a whole ass movie press tour this spectacularly, imagine the chaotic thrill ride that would be our marriage. Every day would be a disaster. I'd be there with popcorn in hand, watching my life burn down in real time.
Do you have any idea what they're talking about?
No idea.
Me either.
What,
For those of you out there, she must have had some controversy.
something with a movie promo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm killing her.
So,
Bitch.
I didn't even see this. They're killing Olivia Dunn. They're killing her.
Oh, those assholes. Okay.
Nothing personal, but I can't let a TikTok gymnast outshine me in my own game. She's flipping and twirling all over social media, making me feel like a sack of rotting potatoes in comparison. One wrong move and oops, she cartwheels directly into a pit of alligators. Tragic. Wow.
Fuck artificial intelligence. Fuck them. Okay, I was okay with it. We may have to go back to you soon. Fuck them. Yeah, those sons of bitches.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Bowl of chili on Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
This is just for the principle of the thing. She makes the breakup anthems for girls who sob in their cars over a guy who never learned their last name. I want her to feel the same betrayal she sings about, except for instead of an X, she's upending a molten hot bowl of Hormel right over her overly emotional skull.
Wow, Hormel.
Well,
That's not even home. That's not even homemade chili.
I know. That's
Wow.
the shitty
That is
canned stuff.
That is. Okay.
Playing hopscotch with Olivia Holt.
They don't know her either, do they?
She's got serious neighborhood kid who always had the best chalk energy. What the fuck?
Well, I have no idea what that means.
I don't even know.
Oh, well, with hopscotch, you do chalk. You do chalk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. It ain't bit. I don't even know what she's up to these days, but I bet she'd take hopscotch way too seriously and call a ref over for a disputed foot placement. I respect the commitment, but I'm still cheating.
Wait a minute, is that it?
That's just for the
Olivia Holt.
Yeah.
So obviously, no one knows anything about this chick. Now, when I wrote in famous Olivias, and I actually I had to take out Olivia Newton-John, Olivia de Havilland because they were dead. If anyone knows about Olivia Holt, let us fucking know. Right, dear Tiny,
please,
because we don't know who the fuck she is, and neither do they.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
All right.
Olivia Cook is going to Arby's with the beef and cheddar.
Okay.
Something about her gives me the vibe that she'd not only be down for Arby's, but would be the one to suggest it in the first place. A woman who appreciates low-grade meat and self-loathing. That's wife material in some cultures. They're going to Centralia
with Copo.
Copo, yep. This is the former Miss Universe, would be sitting there drenched in sweat trying to snap pictures of herself while I'm gripping the wheel in pure agony. She'd be complaining about the lack of air conditioning while I pray for a swift, merciful death before we even get out of Illinois. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and they gave me another one here. They gave me another Olivia Wilde. They'd spend the day in St. Louis Arch with Olivia Wilde. He said, it did it again because it feels right. I know I've already married her, but she deserves this experience too. She'd spend the first hour trying to explain why this was actually Harry Styles' fault, then descend into complete silence, occasionally whispering, "This is a metaphor for my career." Meanwhile, Willie's just vibing.
Okay. I've been all for artificial intelligence up until now. Fuck them. Fuck them. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I think those of you that actually listened, which the three of you, I think I did a better job than fucking artificial intelligence this time. What do you think? Right, dear Tiny? Anyway, we'll be back with Samurai Chatter.
Well, I believe in UFOs. That's what gets me every time.
Welcome back to Samurai Chatter. And guess what? For the second consecutive episode, I have not introduced us
Just
until
gonna say
Samurai Chatter. That's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. So now that you know us, if you're still fucking watching, Samurai Chatter is when we you get to know us up close and personal. Now, we do some Would You Rathers, and we've had some problems making this funny. So feel free to get real drunk and think we're funnier than we are.
Right.
But we'll see what happens.
That's
Who
it.
knows? We have added another. I don't know if I told you. No, I didn't.
Uh-oh.
one of these was a suggestion from a viewer.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. I don't think I had. You didn't send me these.
Yes, I did.
Is this with did you send me with the interview one?
Yeah, I sent you
I did read them. I did read them.
But you don't remember them?
Nope.
Okay, so here you're getting it right off. Okay. All right, you play along. Would you rather be homeless or in prison?
I look like I'm homeless.
Yes, you do. And you look like you should be in prison.
Boy, I don't know. 3 squares a day, and access to gym facilities and whatever. I'm going home. I'm homeless.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm taking homeless.
After you just said good things.
I know, but you're still institutionalized, and
that's not your thing.
I'm out.
Okay, he's going to be homeless.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I got a better answer.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew the questions ahead of time, which won't help me in the next 3. But this one I did have a plan. I'm moving to New Jersey, getting thrown in prison, and if you watched about a year ago, you can declare yourself a woman. So I'll declare myself a woman, go into a woman's prison, and fuck every one of those goddamn bitches down there.
There you go.
There has to be a few okay looking, and there has to be a shitload of freaky ones. So there I go. I'm going to be a prisoner in New Jersey in a woman's prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't rape the willing.
That's right. That's right. And wouldn't they all be willing there? Okay. Would you rather your friend or your boss falls in love with you?
Oh.
And I guess you have to go back and think about friends and bosses. I don't know.
Man, I look at it. I couldn't imagine having to work for like Misty. That would be the absolute worst thing working for her. I don't know how anybody does it.
So is she your friend or your boss?
Yeah. I don't have a career either, so I could just as easily change jobs at that point too. That I had a guy I worked with that happened to. They thought there was some kind of thing with nepotism, and he made this big deal out of it, and the bank didn't care, and he was like, "I'm quitting anyway." I'm like, "All right, use it as an excuse." I don't know. I'll still take friend. The boss thing, I just feel like that whole power over you thing that would drive me crazy. Okay. I wouldn't like that.
All right. Well, first off, for me, I assume that every friend and boss of mine would and have fallen in love with me. But then I had to think back. I did have one boss that was hot as fuck.
Oh, there you go.
God. So I thought that would be good. But then I have a lot of good-looking friends too. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go both.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to go both and have the time of my life. How about that?
Nah, shut up, Greg.
Go ahead.
Isn't there's a comedian that says something. There's no dude that has any chick friends. He's just if they're trying to be friends with you, they're still trying to fuck you.
Yeah, shut up, Tiny. Okay, this is the one where someone suggested this.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna make this a bi-monthly feature.
Ooh.
Would you rather get drunk? That comes up later.
Yep.
Would you rather be Travis Kelce or Russell Wilson? And just while he's thinking, okay, they're both at the end of their NFL careers. Kelce is screwing Taylor Swift.
Right.
Russell Wilson is married to Sierra.
Right.
Like I said, they're both at the end of their careers. So that is part of I don't know.
Yeah.
Who do you take?
I'm taking Kelce.
Are you?
Russell was he kind of projects a lot of the religious stuff, doesn't he? Isn't he real?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But
that's the great thing about this podcast. We don't have to be correct. Say alleged.
Alleged.
He's an alleged religion person. So no, we don't have to be fucking correct. But I have no fucking clue.
The good thing with Kelce is once he's done with football, he's probably going to break up with that bitch too. So he'll have all his fun and be done with that. So he'll be single and out of foot. Like that's the best of both worlds for me.
Okay. I kind of agree, but then you have a bunch of songs written about you. I saw Sierra on TV. I sure do like her a lot. So I'm not that big on either of them, but just for the Sierra factor, I'm going to go with Russell Wilson.
Okay.
So this is pretty good. We haven't agreed on anything.
Yeah, right.
All right. Last one. Would you rather get drunk with Chris Rock or Will Smith? That's a pretty tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
No?
It was Chris Rock's as I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You have a reason, or you just...
I think he's hilarious. I've seen him in concert once, even though it wasn't that good. It was right after he got divorced, and all he talked about was like that kind of stuff. But he's hilarious. He's so funny. And Will Smith is so weird and eccentric. I don't know. Maybe he'd do some crazy shit. So I don't know. But I'm sticking with.
All right. Even though I normally would agree with you, but we hate to agree about anything.
Yeah.
I would have said Chris Rock, but I'm going to say Will Smith, and I'm going to get drunk with him. And then I'm going to say, what the fuck were you thinking, you stupid motherfucker? How can you go up and hit somebody in the damn mouth? Yeah, you dumb shit. And the thing, I would like to know what's going on with his wife, too, because I don't even think they're together, are they?
I don't. Well, she's one. Maybe you should take him. Maybe she'd fuck you. That's alleged. She's
well,
not banging everybody.
I would think so.
You think you though? Even you?
Yeah. It's just like a boss or a friend. I assume she'd fall in love with me right away. But
okay. And she shaves her head too, so you
would have something to. Huh? How about that? Okay, there you have it for Would You Rather. And I do end in a quote. Mm-hmm. We're doing Yogi Berra today. I think you're going to like this one. Yogi Berra said, the towels were so thick there, I could hardly close my suitcase. He really said that. He really fucking said that. I usually go on and on about all the things we are, hard working and shit, but we've been going on pretty long. I thought for sure this was going to be a short one. I apologize. It's a little longer than I thought because I don't know fucking why, but yes, I do. But anyway, so I'm not going to go on and on, but I am going to tell you, we're going to be back next week with number 90 fucking 9. How about that? See you next week.
10,